Hey, welcome to another episode of 252. Frank G here along with
Cool Water Kurt.
Ralphie D.
And no JB today because fuck JB. That's one for the outtake reel right there, but now we're in the better. Hey, welcome to another episode of 252. Frank G here along
Hold on. You can't just say that.
I left.
All right, let's start again. On the JB's like, ow, I missed one show. You know what threw me off? You know what threw me off of Harry? His infatuation with Mel Torme.
That was cool though. Like
I felt
our whole
like
generation knows of Mel Torme just because of Night Court. There's no other reason we would have even.
What was he? The Velvet Fog? I can't remember what was he.
Yeah, you know this because you watched
the Velvet Fog.
Mac's wife called him the Velvet Frog. I still remember that. The Velvet Frog. On one episode. Hilarious. Off the top of my head, so many great episodes. My all-time favorite was when
Die Hard 2, starring Bruce Willis, Bonnie Bedelia, Reginald Bell Johnson, William Sadler, and John Amos. Box office on this one was $240 million. I stopped because I was trying to... Carl Winslow, that's what I was trying to say. I was going to say Carl Winslow. $240 million, making it a bona fide success.
And that happened at Christmas too, right?
During Christmas, it was the Washington, D.C. airport.
When he was in the airport, he's ejected himself out. Whee!
But it was during Christmas because he wanted to know how can the same thing happen to the same guy at the same time.
And they still make Die Hards to this day.
Yes.
No, they don't.
No, they don't, according to Tom.
They stopped after 4.
I didn't see it because I don't like the movie experience, to be flat out. I just don't like it.
all right, that is a whole other conversation we need to have.
Well, I mean,
what?
it's too. Well, I just.
Oh, you mean you don't like going out to the theater?
Well, I don't like paying. I like my hot dogs and my popcorn. I don't want to pay $50 for that.
Yeah, I'm there. I drop at least $100.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Easily.
I use restraint. I will get popcorn sometimes.
Well, I do have one thing that I do where, because I'm a rebel, I have, I got a lot of kids, but I always won't pay for one. They'll come in, but I'm not going to pay for one.
You hear that, police?
Just because, you know what I'm saying? You're getting enough. I'm paying for me, my lady, 2 or 3 other kids. Somebody's coming in for free. Number 2, do you want to ride my Mercedes once?
In my Mercedes.
Whatever. Hey, remember when she did
Prince?
Nah, I was about to say TLC dirty. She took all their money and gave them Brad Forrest. So here you go. That's for you.
So she was like Death Row Records before Death Row Records.
Man,
that was the business.
Hey Snoop, I'm gonna pay you in Rolex watches.
What was that, LaFace?
Yeah.
And this is why.
Well, she definitely wasn't talking to me because I was a Toyota boy, so
yeah.
Sorry, I'm low class.
I'm Chevy.
You know what? I do like that. That's good. That's really good. I went a different route with mine because the guys were a little bit scrawny. Damn, I like what you did. I went Spike, Howie Mandel, and Iggy Damon Wayans. So they gotta be, that's good. They got lines. Laugh it up a little bit.
I like both those actors. So that's a good choice.
Oh,
yeah. Coneheads, starring Dan Aykroyd and Jane Curtin.
Not a good movie.
So 21.3 million.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
That movie was funny though, man. Open wide, wider. Yeah, like why is that stuff? 30 rows of teeth. Hey,
Hack.
It was funny.
It was.
I like that. I was working it.
But hey, you know what? This is during a time where
SNL
every popular skit on SNL got a movie. It's Pat got a movie.
Yeah.
Not good. It's Pat got a movie. Night at the Roxbury.
His daughter in that movie was like cute, but I was like, man, you got a weird
Superstar. Everybody. Wayne's World.
Right.
Actually, Wayne's World was good.
Wayne's World was real good.
Party time. Excellent.
History-making congratulations are in order for Lashana Lynch, the 31-year-old actress, will play 007 in the new James Bond film. Daniel Craig will reprise his role as Bond. Lynch will come in as a new secret agent and take over his famous code name.
Now, I bring this up because I remember, the lead dog in that race for a long time was Idris Elba, man. Everybody
wanted him to be.
People wanted him, and then they were talking about Tom Hiddleston. They were talking about a bunch of other guys.
Right.
And then it seemed like out of nowhere, they just dropped the mic on it.
Yeah, I love it when they do that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
an awesome move.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lynch, the only other thing that I've seen her in was the most recent thing where she played Captain Marvel's, Carol Danvers' best friend in the Captain Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Mother of the hopefully new Captain Marvel.
Movies released this week in 1985. Kiss of the Spider-Woman, starring William Hurt, Raul Julia, rest in peace, Sonia Braga, and Denise Dumont.
Box office, $1.7 million.
1.7, I think it's probably like, 17.
Or is that supposed to be 17 million? I mean,
Or 17,000.
Oh, because I forgot I left off a digit. So
$1,700,522. We're very specific on this one.
I was going to give him probably like 17 million.
220. It's 17. Whatever.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
They made 17,000.
They made more than 17,000.
Boo that movie.
And 22 cents.
I didn't know we were getting down to those decimals.
22.
Is that a comma?
How the hell did you get 22 cents?
$17,005.22.
Last we have Colonel Guile.
Yeah.
I picked someone. I was watching Rocky,
I almost did that.
and I went with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah. That's
because
good.
he had the spiked up.
Yeah, I know.
said, that's Guile.
It's perfect. It's
I
perfect.
cannot choose anyone else but him.
Yeah. I had a feeling you were going to do it. I didn't want to cross swords with you yet again. Although I don't mind crossing swords. I went with Val Kilmer for Colonel Guile.
That's a decent pick.
I know. It's not bad.
Not
at
as
all.
good as mine, but
Well, we'll agree to disagree, as we do.
Dolph Lundgren playing an American colonel.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
but he can do an
Jean-Claude
American
Van
accent.
Damme was so much better with his strong French accent and his American flag tattooed on his arm. Oh my goodness. An American flag tattoo. And the maid can't even speak
Just so
with
you
an
know,
accent.
just so you know, he's American.
Wow.
No spoiler alerts, but there's a guy who kind of plays like the Aquaman of their Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene where they get a new person in the Justice League and he has to show her around. And she's like, oh, well, I don't want to, say anything, but I kind of had a crush on you when I was a kid. And then she turns around, he had completely dropped trowel. And she's like, oh my God. And he's like, yeah, if you want to be in the Justice League, you got to take care of the kid. And then, the next
This sounds
scene
good.
shows her throwing up in the bathroom because she's like, she had to do it. And I was like, wow. They're bad. They're horrible,
Good. Well,
degenerate human
I feel
beings.
like this is what we would do if we had superpowers.
And the funny thing about it, I feel like culturally, it's almost a shot in the arm for a lot of those people who feel like there is that superhero fatigue. There's been so many superhero movies that come out. This is the antithesis of how those people feel and react.
That was the bodyguard of Shikamaru, who ran the ostrich races.
Yeah.
And for him, I chose Tony Todd.
All right. You're taking a page out of my book.
I wanted someone big, scary, and someone you would not want to throw a knife at you.
No, that's true. That's true. And I'm going to pick another actor that people have said I look like besides Tony Todd. Peter Mensah from Spartacus Blood and Sand. That's right. And he's a badass, man.
The best of my love.
Whoa.
Now, this song right here,
Right here.
this song right here,
Right here.
this song right here, it brings me back to the old skating rink days.
Ooh. And that, you was in Atlanta too?
He was in the ATL show. What up? Roll bounce.
That was Bow Wow.
And also, you know what? This song was in the what was that movie? Boogie Nights. When it was dancing, he's like, "You like my shoes? Yeah, they're Italian."
Boogie Nights.
I love
That's
that
also
movie.
Dirk Diggler-esque.
I know. You said Dirk Diggler. That's how it got
Hey,
into
this
my
song
head.
almost sounds like that one song I was telling you about, that Cheryl Lynn. What you find?
Cheryl Lynn?
Now? I think that's her name, yeah.
What you
It almost has the same
feel?
song. You know what I'm saying? See? Watch Carlito's Way, and then when that song bounces, that song drops.
Yeah, this movie is like, listen,
If you want to see
Citizen
people,
Kane, it's not, but
it's the Citizen Kane of two Fast and Furious
if
movies.
you want to see fast-packed action, again, this is one of those movies where they put their foot on the gas, no pun intended, and then they don't hit the brakes. It just goes. does it follow a lot of the old 80s and 90s buddy cop tropes?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, a
Full
lot of good banter.
jokes,
A lot of good banter.
a lot of bantering, a lot of stay away from my sister, and it's like, I don't even think about your sister until you
But
say
now-
something. But now I'm about to do it. Like, don't show your cards or your weakness.
If you are a player of role playing games and you want to see in real life on screen people rolling 20s, please go see this movie.
This is probably my most far out pick I've ever done on this show.
Really?
I'm going to do Little Enos and Big Enos together.
All right, let's do it.
For the brothers, I chose Ricardo Montalban and Hervé Villachet.
I knew you. Come on. Oh, wow. Okay, that is a hell of a. Oh, boy. Let's take a station break so I can get my shit together here. That's pretty good. I'm not mad at you one bit. All right, that's good. New Orleans police made an arrest in the assault on comedian and actor Andy Dick after a show in the French Quarter. Surveillance video appeared to show a man in dark clothes approach Dick, who sucker punched the comedian. Police announced they had arrested David Hale, 46, booking him for second-degree battery and simple battery in connection to the attack on Dick.
It took everything I had to not put the joke to beat Dick, but I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. You know what? It was crazy, man. I saw the video and dude just came up and popped him.
Yeah.
I think they took a statement from him, though. He said that Dick groped him.
You know what? I heard something like that, but it was like I did not trust the source.
Yeah.
However,
Next we have Mrs. Stimler, their trusty secretary that recently got hit by lightning.
Kind of kooky bananas.
Wearing her bra on the outside of her shirt.
That's so good.
I chose another comedy legend, Cloris Leachman.
Yeah, she's good. Damn it, man. That's good. That's real good. Well, I went almost the same way. I chose Charlotte Rae. I mean, who wouldn't love to see Mrs. Garrett with her bra on the outside of her clothing? She's great, man. The best.
He-Man is the top-selling toy this country ever had. Beat out Barbie, who had been around like 50 plus years.
I watched that. I watched that same.
Yeah.
I think it was, what was it? The things that we
toys we
grew up with or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, and He-Man, it just exploded. And the one thing about He-Man is the box art on He-Man never quite matched the cartoon. Like they never really had the fighty, bang, bang. He-Man never took out anybody with his sword.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, they say this is going to be different.
All right, let's see some killing and all that.
I don't know if we're going to see killing and all that, but
It's for the kids.
Well, I've watched the Voltron reboot. I thought it was excellent.
I thought they were trying.
I watched pieces of Castlevania, but I remember I had to leave at the time I sat down to watch it. So
Yeah.
I can't say what I saw was good, but I didn't see very much of it.
Well,
Yeah, the oomph things, he danced, but I don't remember him singing. So I chose Ray Liotta.
Oh, wow. Your Kaniki is a homicidal maniac.
That's right.
I love it.
T-birds, fear them.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, I chose, mine is Tony Danza.
What?
Wow, I'm getting a nice hearty chuckle from our producer in the back. Yes, Tony Danza as Kaniki. Wow. All right.
Hello, Angela.
Let's move on quickly.
It was Sandy.
Oh man. Also, Enter the Dragon. Whew. I don't think I need to say any more. But there was obviously there's John Saxon, Anna Capri, Bob Wall, Sheehan, and Jim Kelly.
He took time off of playing with the Buffalo Bills.
I don't need to say Bruce Lee, obviously, is the legend. Made $90 million.
How come Bolo Young's not up there?
Because he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, no speaking parts.
Man.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
You know what?
You know what's
He
crazy?
came straight out of a comic book, that's why.
I'm gonna tell you this. Correct me. I mean, I honestly felt like I saw this in the theaters.
You did?
And I gotta feel like, I wonder if they did a re-release in like the early 80s at the theater. Because otherwise, I know I saw the movie, but
I saw it on VHS.
it had to be VHS.
I saw it on Laserdisc. G Money.
Oh man! So if we talk about G Money, I'm talking about a guy that's starting to come up in the movies at that time, and Could play like a younger guy, but I went with Tupac. He was coming up.
What's that say right there?
See?
What's that say?
Tupac.
Buddy, Tupac, baby.
You better stop it.
I was thinking about him too.
I'm saying, he was coming up, man. After Juice. When it came right time with Juice.
All right, good.
Number 3, Lionel Richie, Stuck on You. Stuck on Me.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
Right? You went to a Lionel Richie concert.
Yes, I did. And you know what? They played all the hits. And I'm going to tell you this straight up. I did not know I knew that many Lionel Richie
Well, I'm
songs.
on my way. That's the Stuck on You.
Amazing.
I'm saying-
Easy like Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, everything. I was like, that's Lionel Richie too?
Yeah, that was Lionel Richie.
And he said the best line he said is, you guys thought y'all came here to hear me sing, but you're wrong.
I came to hear you sing, huh?
You came to hear the person sitting on your right sing, the person sitting on your left, the person behind you. We was all rocking it out. We blew Golden One up.
You know what? I don't want to see Creed go the way of the Rockies and just, you know, how they kind of went.
They went like
they
this,
just picked back
and
up
then,
after a while.
and then, well, five.
And a lot of people don't like 4.
What was the best Rocky movie ever?
It was great.
If I can change, then we all and you can change. Then we all can change.
Yeah, 5, 6. It was good.
Living in America.
There you go. That was like a 10-minute scene in an 89-minute movie.
Carl, I'm about to come fight.
That was awesome. Anyway, Creed, yeah, sure. Maybe we can see more.
And for this part, I chose Idris Elba.
All right, well. All right. I'm not even going to go into it. All right, I chose Emilio Estevez because it's. I'm. JP, man. And this is Nick Cage at his cagiest, man. He is out there.
Okay, the whole.
You seen it?
No,
It's
but
it's
I guess
great.
I will tonight. Then.
Yeah, please do.
I remember it being on and going past it in the
Yeah,
channels.
I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was straight to DVD, right? That didn't have a theatrical release.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
And that's when like Nick Cage was just doing.
Whatever.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, no, 'cause-
Still does.
Post-divorce Nick Cage.
yes, yeah. I get. Oh,
Not
that, now
so cheap.
why
Recently got
is it
divorced
just
again.
now connecting? That's why he was doing all this crap.
Yeah.
Because he had to pay all those fees. That was from Patricia or somebody else.
I couldn't tell you.
All I know is he had
He has a son named Kal-El.
Action
Yeah.
Comics #1 in probably the best
Yes,
condition
That's right.
it's ever been found in, and he had to sell it.
Yeah,
What a
that's
heartbreak. And also, this week in September, Howard Stern appears as Fart Man on the 9th MTV Video Awards show.
Yeah, that was originally supposed to be me.
Did he come flying through?
Yeah, I
you
came
remember
flying
the
down.
wires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I think it was
pretty
the first time anybody came flying through.
That was ridiculous.
good. Yeah, it was. Also ridiculous, Operation Julin. It was the last nuclear test conducted by the United States at the Nevada test site.
Yes, and if you'd like some key land out in the middle of nowhere, rich with radiation, I'm sure it's for sale.
Yep.
Hey, why wouldn't I want my refrigerator to be bright all the time?
And who else is in it?
I can tell you, I don't do research. Just watch the show. I'm recommending it. I'm Ralphie D, and that's news to me.
I'm Kuwata Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Why are you saying that now? You used to say I'm sticking to it. Now you say I'm sticking with it.
I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with it. What do I say?
You're saying I'm sticking to it, but you just started saying I'm sticking with it.
When did I just say that?
You
now?
just said it now, and you've been saying it for the past couple of shows, and I didn't want to say anything about it, but now that you've done it twice, I'm saying something about it.
I'm Kuwata Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I just remember the actress reminded me of your daughter.
Yeah, I know.
She looks a lot like her.
I know.
She's also a Brit too.
I know. Everybody's British.
Coming over here, stealing our jobs. And the only reason why I don't care is because they're so damn good.
I'm saying. You know what's funny? Robert Downey Jr. could play Iron Man and War Machine.
Explain.
Was
What
that,
do you mean,
Tropic
you
Thunder?
people?
I didn't see that coming. He could play. Doesn't we sound like you?
Now, Frank Jr. was the brother of the main star, turned priest,
Correct.
and then quit the priesthood.
Yes, he did.
Spoiler alert.
No.
Well, you haven't seen
For
it
a
by now.
40-year-old movie.
Yeah. For this part, I chose Danny Glover. Yes. That's who I chose.
I am speechless, my friend. But you know what? I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear it and just keep moving on. How am I gonna pretend like I didn't hear that?
What's wrong with Danny Glover?
Nothing's wrong with Danny Glover. But, all right, all right. I guess I know what you're doing.
Ric Flair defeats Dusty Rhodes to win his first World Heavyweight WCW Championship in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And I
Here
think,
we are.
I think Ray Unitas was supposed to say that.
No, that's all right, man.
Yeah, because Ray's bringing it home with this one.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Ric Flair.
Oh, we're talking about Ric Flair.
Hey, come
This was
on.
the first time of his 17 world titles.
But Dusty Rhodes though had some, good
This was back when he was the Nature Baby.
nature baby. And Dusty Rhodes.
It is kind of hard to call him the nature boy now. What is he,
It was
100?
the Nature Texas course boy.
Yandy, the company known for its controversial and uber-sexual costumes, has released the Nicest Neighbor outfit, which is a super sexy and shorter female version of its Mr. Rogers themed Be My Neighbor option.
Oh, that's in poor taste.
Yeah, well,
He was.
One of my favorite costumes, though, is Sexy Bin Laden. That was a good one.
No, Mr. Rogers.
we just gonna let that one go.
Yeah, I'm letting that one go. That's in poor taste, too.
And it was after he was...
For this part, young, goofy, kind of talkative, I chose Steve Buscemi.
Oh, I crossed him out. I'm glad I did because since you picked it, that means it's a terrible pick.
Oh,
yeah, I crossed him out. Steve Buscemi, always great. Maybe good in your movie, but I'll tell you who'd be great in my movie. That's David Paymer. Yes, David Paymer from Payback. You remember him? He was the kind of skeevy guy, talkative, and you know what I mean.
Let's hope we can find a picture of him.
Well, just look at the graphic. It's right there.
Cut maybe 3 or 4 years later, I'm sitting at home, minding my own business, and the house phone rings. And I pick it up, and I'm like, hello? And it's like, hey, this is Valerie at the store. I want to know if you can come in. And I'm like, what store? And she goes, oh, this is Valerie from Jeans West. I'm calling for Curtis. And I'm like, yeah. Can you come in tonight? And I was like, do I still work there?
Granted, it was 1998 at the time.
Yeah, I was like 97, 98. So this is definitely a couple years later. And I was like, you caught me. I am literally not doing anything.
So
right
you went in and worked that shift at
I
Jeans
came
West?
in and worked the shift because it found out that she was a new manager. So she was just going through the
old list.
call out sheet. And so when she got the thing, she called and I picked up. And she was like, can you come into work? I went to see if I was like, my employee number still works. Big Tom and the #1 song, Fame! I wanna
By David Bowie.
No. I wanna
Tom,
know
kill
how to fly.
No, it's fame. That's the fame, not fame. I want to dance.
I wanted to go to that school so bad when I was a kid.
See, that's two references. That's how I'm seeing that.
All right, boys.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Any more cracks at the bat? Anyone?
I just want to say one thing in closing. With all of our shows, I know that if we would have went cartoons, we would have been here forever. One season cartoons.
Well, that's a show right there.
Because I know I got off the top of my. Actually, I ain't even gonna say mine.
Don't say it. Save it.
Like I said, it's funny because we've all said something, and I know me personally, I've watched at least an episode, 2, maybe the entire run of every show that we talked about. And that because a lot of those shows, guys like us, we were just hungry for that kind of content. So if they put it out there, we went towards it.
If it's good, yeah.
Sarah, I struggle with. It'd be a teenage girl.
Yeah.
She's the star of the
Wait,
movie.
you're saying you struggle with teenage girls?
Not lately. Not since
What?
This may have backfired on you.
No, I chose. We're gonna have to redo this one.
No, sir.
All right. For Sarah, I chose Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano, definitely a great pick. She was great back then. She's great now, even on Twitter. You should look her up. Very active.
And still in theaters, Ray.
We got Glitter starring.
What? What was the name of that movie?
Mariah Carey and Terrence Howard and the Brad and some other people. 5 million.
Horrible.
Oh, Eric Benet was in there too?
Yeah, man. Remember Eric Benet after his sex addict?
No, me and Tom didn't watch this. I guess only you did.
I saw Glitter.
For the 5 million.
Max Beasley was great in it. I thought he did a great job. Because, you know, when you're working with Mariah, you got to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
You know what would have made this a lot more money? If Mariah would have showed a little more skin. Then we'd,
I still wouldn't have saw it.
I would have been like, all right, yes, the matinee.
I think it would have been better if she just sang every line. Like, don't talk. Just sing.
Brad Hamilton,
Right.
the fantasizer.
Yeah.
He got caught.
He got caught.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No
every
coming back.
man's nightmare.
No coming back. from
Unless
that.
you're into that kind of thing.
I went with Timothy Hutton. He's responsible.
Yes.
You know, he gives off that air of responsibility.
Absolutely.
He was the big brother in the movie. You know, I'm talking about Brad Hamilton. He's the big brother, and I thought Timothy Hutton had all those qualities.
For sure. Not a bad choice, but Matthew Modine. Private Joker from one of your favorite movies from the 87.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Matthew Modine also has that air of, responsibility, white boyishness.
Lost in emotion. Lisa Nicole Jam.
Man,
That Sarah. With the break dancers in there too?
Oh,
Man, I wish I knew how to break dance.
I did. I was in a crew.
Lucky.
They weren't very good.
Y'all want to battle? Nah.
Nah.
We're gonna sit this one out.
want battle no.
We're gonna sit this one out. We're gonna let y'all do your thing.
Hey, this week, Ralphie D recommends Death Spa.
What?
Yeah, this
It
is
took
the
a while.
80s. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had to.
I just couldn't.
This came out in the late 80s. Customers at an exclusive fat farm are haunted by a force which turns exercise equipment into deadly killing machines. That's kind of the premise. But what's really awesome about this movie is that I think this might be the big screen debut of Karen Parsons.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't even see
she's
it.
in this movie.
I didn't
It's crazy.
I usually, when you do a Ralphie D recommends, sometimes I've actually heard of these films. So I'm able to wax a little bit more when I'm like, Death Spa.
Yeah.
1990? Was that what it said?
89.
89.
Yeah, the lowest of budgets.
Ray, you want to take number 2?
Yeah. We got Sheryl Crow.
Number one.
No, I don't want number 1.
All I want to do is have some fun by Sheryl Crow. Oh,
So again, this is
On the Santa Monica Boulevard.
yes.
Don't forget that.
another bad memory for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, one of my boos.
94 was not a good year for
One of my
her.
boos back in the
Was it a
day,
good
every
year?
time I went to her house, she always had Sheryl Crow playing. And then, she cheated on me.
Oh.
That's the warning right there.
And then did you come with the number 1 song right after?
Yes, I did. We belong together. No, number 1, I'll Make Love You, Boys to Men.
And that was Kurt's comeback song, like, please.
I'll make love to you like you want
I
me
think Boyz II Men
to.
is still with the
And
Z.
I'll hold you
Yes.
tight, baby. Autocorrect.
Autocorrect. Damn you, autocorrect.
Netflix confirmed that season 2 of The Umbrella Company was on the way.
Academy.
Oh, yes. Okay. What? I'm thinking Resident Evil.
Yeah.
The proverbial cat was out the bag when a pic of the cast on the UK and Ireland Instagram dropped.
You know what? I like that first Umbrella Academy. I thought it was well done, based on a popular comic book series that I did not know existed, but I did like what they did with the show on Netflix.
Very much so. I like it again. I believe it was the lead singer of the Chemical Brothers or some band. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the band. But yeah, he was the creator, writer of it, or artist.
Nice.
As usual, I haven't seen it yet.
Very superstitious.
It's not superstitious, even though it's Halloween.
Writings on the wall.
Number 1, You Haven't Done Nothing by Stevie Wonder. Probably the one Stevie Wonder song I've never heard.
He's heard it, he just forgot. And Kurt is absolutely butchering the song, and it's actually the wrong song. Stop. Hammer time.
All right, just announced as the lead in the reboot Walker, Texas Ranger. Makes you ask why. Supernatural star Jared Padalecki was arrested on suspicion of assault after allegedly getting into a fight at the bar he owns in Austin, Texas.
Well, I just thought it was amazing that if you're going to take over Walker, Texas Ranger, and then you're getting in bar fights in Texas.
It's on brand.
It's on brand.
But did he first kick the guns out of everybody's hands?
Now, the whole thing is...
Which happens.
Fair Game, starring William Baldwin, Cindy Crawford, and Christopher McDonald with $11,500,000 in change.
They needed I had to put every dollar that they made in that movie because... we found out that Cindy Crawford is very good to look at, but woo! I'd rather watch paint dry than Fair Game again. I just remember there was a part where they jumped off a boat or something, had a fireball behind them. I was like,
I got nothing.
You didn't see Fair Game? I saw. Oh,
obviously not. I wasn't in that 11 million.
Poor Billy Baldwin.
I got the VHS when I rented. I had to see Cindy Crawford.
And he was like, and I didn't rewind it. Here, take this back.
I will take the 50 cents charge.
I wanted to pick someone who could kind of be a straight man.
Yeah.
And I chose Tom Hanks.
Oh, we did it! Oh, we crossed the streams again! Oh, that's good. All right, I can't hate on your pick because I picked it as well. Tom Hanks is perfect. I think the Tom Hanks, Kim Cattrall on my part is a perfect casting for the two ghosts.
All right.
All right. I think we're going to cross the streams again. I know we are.
I think so too.
Unlimited
this is a
budget.
top secret list, by the way.
I know. Mine was too in my backpack for a month. Well, this week, Ralphie D recommends The Toys That Made Us Season 3. Netflix again, back for a third season. The favorite memories from our childhood playing with toys. Some of which become iconic through the years as multiple generations of people play with them and themes alike. I tell you what, the episode that I watched was the one about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Awesome stuff, man. They talked to Eastman and Laird in this.
Oh,
yeah. So
I can't remember which one it was. It was Eastman or Laird, but one of them kind of like sold off like the rights.
40 million.
Yeah, and then the other one like, he's still hanging in there, and of course they've had a couple of those failed movies and other things, but
they got bread off of this whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was two guys when they were just here. I just drew this, and that's
to make each other laugh.
To make each other laugh.
Yeah. We've got a special treat for you this week. I'm Ralphie D along with JB. What's our special treat for him this week, JB?
All right, we got 3 special episodes in which we recast the Star Wars prequels.
Do you think this will make them better?
Not the first one.
There's nothing we can do to make it better.
I'm sorry, Phantom Menace. There's nothing we can do. We're only human.
Hey, Mom, give some meatloaf. I'll do anything for love. Mom, meatloaf
for love.
But
I won't do that.
But I won't do that.
That's a weird video, wasn't it?
What wouldn't he do?
I don't know.
That. I will do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of, but I just won't do that.
I don't know what that is. It's
I don't know. Do.
You know what's funny? I'm like, I'm 70% with you with your picks, man. Not bad. This is controversial.
Hit me with
Leonard Nimoy.
wow.
Yes, man. Leonard Nimoy. I mean, talk about someone who's probably
Who's
never
played
played
Alien
Alien.
before?
Yeah, maybe once or twice. I think he would even keep the ears on.
You keep the ears for him.
Why not?
Do the big crossover.
Why not?
Happy Thanksgiving. That's what it says.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You see no turkeys.
Job-ass, chain snatching, purse grabbing,
That was last
body
week.
comb motherfucker.
That was last week. Wayne Gretzky of the Edmonton Oilers becomes the 13th NHL player to score 500 goals.
Wow.
That's why he is
Who was the first 12?
the great one.
He's the first 12 was
Lucky number 13?
the brothers from Slapshot.
All right, talk real quick. Are you serious?
Well, since Colin Kaepernick worked out for 7 NFL teams at an Atlanta high school, no teams have reached out to work him out, visit with him, or sign him. This isn't nerd stuff. It kind of is, actually, because the sports nerds are into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Being a sports nerd.
I mean, there's a big debate on. We got in a very long
The
debate.
NFL was
about this.
posturing, that's all.
That's one look at it. Another person was saying, hey, if he really wanted to have a job in the NFL, he should just abide by the NFL rules and go out there and do what the NFL says
Those
to
are
do.
haters saying that, but he also did sue the NFL.
He did sue the NFL, and they did
Hating
say,
from the NFL.
if you want to do this workout, you're going to have to sign
Abide
this
by the
letter.
rules.
You're going to have to sign
No,
this
not doing it.
contract about the.
But how much stuff is too much that how many hoops does he need to jump through?
Next, we have another voice actor,
Of course.
General Grievous.
But my guy could also wear the General Grievous suit if there was one.
No, I think he was all CG.
I think it'd be one of those tarantula suits, the ones that have the arms with the string on them.
I remember a Doctor Who episode. It was so cheesy.
Yes.
Oh, don't you have any budget?
None. Zero. Doctor Who in the 70s, 0.
Whatever.
You know what? Ralphie D recommends Back in Time. The Back to the Future documentary on Hulu. Cast, crew, and fans talk about the impact of the trilogy personally and the effect that the film had on popular culture.
I think I saw it.
I think this is a first. You're actually discussing something, and I already seen it.
All right, moving on.
Watch that.
No, yeah, that was a good one. I liked it a lot. I'm Ralphie D. That's news to me.
I'm Coolwater Kurt. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We like to hear what you think. Leave us a comment down below and let your opinion be
Be heard.
Adonis, pull yourself together.